off with question of the day. Do you all feel like Doja Cat is done for? A lot of people have been saying that Doja Cat has fully entered her Kaya era. Now, some of y'all may wonder, what is the Kaya era? What is the Kaya Asylum? Okay, it's basically a phrase used for artists who once were popular and now are officially has-been. If you don't know what a has-been is, Google it. I'm not about to explain no more shit to you, okay? But they saying Doja Cat is officially over. Like, she's done, you know? They were saying at one point in time that she was going to be the princess of rap. Well, you can't get a hit to save your life anymore. And to be the princess, you have to have what? Hits, bangers, back to back. And you gotta really, really, really be on top. You know what I'm saying? You have to genuinely have, crossover records, which she does have. You gotta have rap bars. But okay, look, that's the only thing I will say about Doja Cat is she doesn't really have any iconic bars. The only bar she got for real is on Rules. Y'all know her song Rules? That song is like full of bars. But everything else is just a bunch of ABC, 1, 2, 3, I need glasses, I can't see ass rap. And it's like, nah. It's not gonna work like I don't like that, okay? But do you all feel like Doja Cat has a shot at bouncing back? I think she does. I think Doja Cat is very talented and she has the skill set of an artist. And I don't think it's over for her. I don't think she's done. I don't think it's a wrap, no. And in my opinion, the only two rap girls I have hope for right now in this current game is Doja Cat and Doechii. Those are the only two new girls who I really, newer. Doechii has been around for a long time. Doja Cat been around for a long time too. But when it comes to mainstream, yes, these are the only new girls who I genuinely feel as though can, eventually be on top. But right now, Doja Cat, she's flopping. Doechii, she's somewhere, I don't know, not putting out music. It's annoying to me. But do y'all believe Doechii has entered the Kaya Asylum? Okay? It's not Kia. Y'all keep saying Kia. Kia is a fucking car. Okay? The meme Kaya Asylum is from the artist Kaya. Therefore, stop saying Kia. Like all these people on TikTok, all these white people be saying Kia. No. It's corny to me. It's Kaya. The Kaya Asylum. It's Kaya. Moving on to Nicki Minaj and Ming, they're online saying that they really manipulated Ming into thinking that Nicki Minaj does not like her. All right, they say, but that's what happens when you can be easily influenced with money and attention, Y'all, I really feel like this whole Ming Nicki Minaj conversation it has a lot more to do with their personal, conversations behind the scenes. But I do feel like Nicki Minaj has definitely publicly said things about Ming. Let's not act dumb. She called Ming a mooch, and she was being a mooch. Because, first of all, why are you trying to act as though, like, people care about you, Ming? No, let's be real. If you were not Nicki Minaj's little sister or half-sister, nobody would be paying you no mind. You're not talented, you're not funny, you're not fashionable, you're cute. But other than that, you're not important like that. You have no real skill. You get on, these crazy reality TV shows, act raunchy, act a mess as much as you can. And that's the only appeal to you. Like, you're not sitting somewhere, like, making dope music or having dope outfits or having dope, like, even if you were a good actor or, like, you're just not that. So let's be real. A lot of why Ming is talked about is because of Nicki Minaj. And I feel like Nicki Minaj feels like, dang, y'all gonna let her mooch off my name like that? And Ming acts like a clown. And she embarrasses Nicki. That's the thing. Like, bitch, why are you at Cardi B's concert? You are embarrassing. You embarrassing me. And Nicki Minaj definitely feels embarrassed by Ming since day one. Okay? Well, not day one. But, like, since she's been trying to get into this rapper influencer lifestyle. Which, mind you, Ming does not fit that. She's really a weird girl. If you know her from her earlier days, she's a weird anime kid who doesn't even do all this like that. This is not her. But the media, Natalie Nunn and baddies and these interviewers are getting her into this weird light. And unfortunately, I feel like Nicki Minaj just does not want to have any parts with it. And that's completely fine, completely normal, in my personal opinion. Now, what do y'all think about that? What is your opinion on this? I also do feel like when it comes down to it, I'm sure one day Ming and Nicki Minaj are going to have a conversation about, this era right now, what happened. But at the end of the day, it is family drama. And, family has moments. Family has issues. Family has, things they go through at the end of the day, which is completely normal. Moving on to DJ Academics and Cardi B and Nicki Minaj. So apparently it has been reported that DJ Academics says he was on the phone with Cardi B and she never brought up Nicki Minaj at all during the conversation. Why are you lying? Like, that just proves to me that she did bring her up. Because no shade, if she didn't, you wouldn't have to say that. You know damn well Cardi brought her up, okay? He says Cardi does not think about Nicki Minaj at all. Okay, yeah, okay. DJ Academics, you're a clown. We all know that Nicki Minaj is on Cardi B's brain. Let's stop acting delusional now. He says we were talking about some gossip-ish, like that's what's going on really in the industry. We don't talk about Nicki. Nicki's not on her mind. I don't think Cardi's on Nicki's mind. I hope. You know damn well, okay? And the reason why I say this is because I feel like when it comes down to it, Cardi B would not discuss Nicki Minaj with you because you're a big mouth. You're a hot mouth. You get on Twitter, you report everything, you go on live stream, you discuss everything. You're messy. You're a messy ass man, DJ Academic. So of course she knew that if she was to bring up Nicki Minaj, then that way, you know what I'm saying, it will get out, and then she will be, confirmed a Nicki Minaj fan. Which we all know she's a fan of her, but it would be, a big deal because you brought it out. Now let's talk, let's chat though, right? Do you all feel like Nicki Minaj and Cardi B right now still are in that space where they were back when they were arguing in October, where it was very vicious, back and forth? Or do y'all feel like the beef kind of settled down? I feel like the beef is definitely settled down, but I feel like it could pop off at any moment. Like any moment, any tweet, any shady comment, shady response, something can definitely pop off at any second. So I do genuinely feel like we can't get too comfortable right now. You know what I'm saying? We can't get too comfortable. You know what I'm saying? You never know. But also, I want to clock DJ Academics as well, too, because no shade, just because you have one conversation with somebody does not mean that you know what their thoughts are or what they care about, what they don't care about. Somebody could literally be lying or avoiding things or simply just not giving that much energy to certain topics and not appear a certain way. Like that's just not how that works.
I ain't gonna lie to you. Maybe I can say this and be, people will be okay with it. Cardi does not think about Nicki Minaj. Like, we spent hours talking about it, and I ain't gonna lie, she watches my page. I think she watches the stream a little bit too, or she sees clips. We got a little bit messy, but just like personal messy. Like, like we just talking about, like, I ain't gonna lie, she wasn't talking about a gay best friend though, but we were talking about like some gossip shit. Like what's going on really in the industry. Nah, we don't talk about Nicki. Like, it's not like she was like, so, what you think about it? No, none of that. So, Nicki's not on her mind. I don't think Cardi's on Nicki's mind. I hope. I think it's like Gavin Newsom and who else? Maybe Megan Trump. Right? And Jay-Z.
Moving on to Kehlani, she was recently seen in the studio. She has announced her new album is done and is about to be released in April. Now, from what I've heard, it was supposed to be in March, but obviously, I guess it got pushed back. But Kehlani, what is going on with you, girl? Why is your album being pushed back? You told us March, late March. Now you fucking telling us April? Yes, something not right. Something is not right at all, okay? Take this ugly hairstyle out. Put back a wig on, please. I need you with a wig on. I'm sorry. Now, I wonder, what is the album going to be called? People are saying it's going to be a self-titled album. I wouldn't mind that if the album actually is a personal type of project. If it's not personal, I don't want no damn self-titled. You gotta give me self-titled when it's really the vibes. You see what I'm saying? Y'all be slapping self-titled on songs where you're rapping about pussy. No. Give me real self-titled vibes. You know what I'm saying? But no, I love Kehlani though. I really do. Sometimes she's very annoying, performative. And low-key, she's low-key a hoe. Low-key, but it's okay. It's okay. We all are hoes, right? I caught you. You nasty. Get off my channel. Thought I was your fucking friend. Girl, bye. Low-key, no shade. Pink Pantherists be doing charity work for certain artists. Y'all remember back in 2023, Ice Spice's song, The Boy's a Liar? Well, no, sorry, scratch that. Pink Pantherist song, The Boy's a Liar. Once she featured Ice Spice on it, it went viral crazy and Ice Spice got a big buzz. Now, fast forward to 2026, Pink Panthers has a song called Stateside, and she added Zara Lawson on here. You know, Zara Lawson, the Chris Brown hater. She's on here, and I love this song. I love this song so much. I hate that she hates Chris Brown. It kind of irritates me a bit. But this song is currently my favorite pop song right now. Stateside is so catchy, addicting. Like, it makes me want to just, like, start scratching my neck and, like, sniffing for more. It's so addicting. It's so good. But the song is now aiming for a new peak at number 7 on the Billboard Hot 100 chart, okay? Based off of midweek forecast, it will mark Zara's first ever top 10 entry. I'm surprised. She has so many hits. Lush Life, Symphony, I Will Never Forget You. I'm surprised those songs didn't go top 10 on Billboard, all right? Well, maybe the Chris Brown hate is working. I don't know, okay? But let's talk, let's chat. Where my Pink Pantherist fans at? Where my Zara Lawson fans at? I like Zara. She's definitely giving me very much colorful, fun beach girl vibes. But watch that mouth with Chris Brown. Watch that mouth, okay? Because we will come for you. It is getting very suspicious, very fishy. Very, 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 very fishy. Like Lotto's cheetah print panties. Roc Nation, Jay-Z, Desiree Paris. Yes, I know I'm saying her name wrong. Please leave me alone. And their legal team at the Reed Smith Law, okay? They are officially silencing people on social media. And they are actively monitoring X accounts. So they said that they are issuing copyright takedown notices against anyone discussing Jay-Z or Desiree Paris in order to control the conversation, all right? Now, that's suspicious to me because I feel like if you're taking down stuff, that means that there's some truth to it. Because if people were posting fake stuff about me, okay, I may, feel away, but I won't be monitoring and harping on accounts like that. That's a bit, I don't know, fishy, okay? Now, in my personal opinion, I feel like people have definitely slept way too much on what Desiree does behind the scenes. And these Epstein files have kind of covered up Desiree low-key. Because in case y'all don't know, but she has done a lot of crazy stuff behind the scenes with her daughter and all this stuff. It is insane. But like I said, ever since some files came out, everybody has kind of turned a blind eye to Desiree. All right? I don't know if that was on purpose. I don't know if that just happened to happen like that. But in case y'all don't know what happened, but I'm going to probably put a video in a clip, but she's crazy.
Now, recently a video has resurfaced of Desiree Perez, the CEO of Rock Nation, in a bedroom talking to her daughter, Demery Hadley. And there's like a surveillance camera right above their head, and I think it's like a ring camera, and it's recording everything they're saying. Now, the reason why that is important is because May of 2025, this year, it states that Desiree Perez, CEO of Rock Nation, is facing a lawsuit for her daughter, Demery Hadley. Now, the lawsuit alleges that Demery Hadley claims that her mother used unlawful means to have her falsely detained under Florida's Baker Act and Marchman Act law, leading her to being held in a mental health institution for nearly 2 weeks. This article is from May 29th, 2025. Without a legitimate reason, the lawsuit also alleges that Desiree Perez fabricated domestic violence claims against Demery's husband in an attempt to separate the two. It also states that Demery has provided evidence supporting her claims, including body camera footage, medical records, and Desiree has denied these accusations. Now, the reason why that is important is because on this video, which you'll see here,
we waited 40 minutes now just to get live. I called them, I go, Trina, said, Trina, we should get Desiree. I might not be here. I hope you're here when things get better. I can't help. Baby, I fucking done it right, bitch.
you'll see that Desiree has admitted a lot of information to Demery, stating that Rock Nation was $40 million in debt and that this is a sink or swim type business, and she had to approach Live Nation CEO asking for $3 billion, in which he said no. So the question is, where did she get the $40 million? Because apparently she must have gotten it from somewhere at some point, because it was either that $40 million or it was going to be her ass. This may lead into an investigation into Rock Nation's finances, because what happened to that money? Where did the $40 million go, and where did the $40 million come from? And it seems like Desiree has told Demery a lot of what goes on in Rock Nation that she doesn't want to be regurgitated. She doesn't want it to come back out. So now she's put her in a mental institution to have her committed to discredit Demery's work.
Moving on to SZA. SZA is online giving the young artist some hope. She's saying, you know, if you work in a job right now, if you are in a terrible situation, do not lose hope, y'all. It is definitely going to, you know, come out and, you know, you're going to win, you're going to be on top. So she says that she worked at a strip club, several of them. She said she never worked at Forever 21, and she was never fired. She said she dropped out of college. She said, I worked at a strip club, Lucky Brand Jeans, True Religion, Sephora, Abercrombie, Magic Sneakers, Nike, and a few galleries. I really enjoyed bartending and waiting tables. I'm good at it. I dropped 2 EPs, C, SZA Run, and S. S is the one that got me noticed. Worked mostly with Felix, Snow, who I love, and eventually Baby Lawn became a song with Kendrick. Well, I thought it was called Z. Am I tripping? I thought her EP that dropped was called Z, not S. See, she just be lying. Anyway, you know, now, this is great. This is amazing inspiration. But I feel like she be lying. She probably didn't even work at Magic Sneakers or True Religion. She probably was at home sleeping. But if you are an artist or an upcoming creative or business person, never lose the faith. Keep going, keep grinding. You never know what's going to give you that attention in the beginning. And you never want to stop because you don't know what can happen. If you quit on your 10th day, the 11th day could have been the day that you won. But you quit on day 10. So you never got to see it. So don't stop, don't quit. I think if it's really your passion, don't stop. A lot of people who do music or whatever, right? They're only doing it because they see the success, the money, the fame, the attention. But it takes years, not months, not weeks. It takes years to get to a point where you're just being noticed. Everybody who's doing music now, they have been doing it for at least 5 to 6 years before they got a single view on their SoundCloud page. Like, they've been doing it for years prior. So you have to genuinely enjoy it. The reason why a lot of people don't succeed in things is because they're only doing it because they see somebody else doing it and winning, and they just want the benefit of that, but don't really understand why they want it. It's just that, oh, she got it and she lit, but that's not your calling, boo. That's why it's not working out for you. Because you're trying to do what God blessed somebody else with. No, follow your heart, follow your passion, and maybe you'll see some success, okay? And music ain't for everybody. Point blank, period. Moving on to Megan Thee Stallion. Today makes 6 years since she dropped Sugar. And it had the song Ain't Equal, Savage, okay, Captain Hook, okay, Hit My Phone, oh, B-I-T-C-H, Rich, Stop Playing, Crying in the Car, and What I Need. Now, I always have said this, but Megan Thee Stallion, she is not an albums artist. She is not designed to make full-body length projects, because every time she does, it is very trashy and the concepts are very corny, and they just don't make sense for Megan Thee Stallion as an artist. Why are you doing a 3-act series? You're not Beyonce. Why did you have an album called Traumazine? What the hell is that? Why were you wrapped up in newspaper calling yourself Good News as an album name? Terrible concepts, and why do you have 2 out of 3 of your concepts relate to magazines? I'm confused. Corny. But the Sugar EP was amazing. It was short, it was sweet, it had 2 hit songs on here, Captain Hook and Savage, and it was good. Ever since she dropped Sugar, that was a good little moment. But after that, when she dropped Good News, everything has been downhill since then. Downhill. And I really feel bad because Sugar was perfect. It wasn't too long and it wasn't too short, but it had all people needed to really get a grasp of a Megan Thee Stallion content. And also, it came out at the perfect time as well, right before the pandemic hit. March 13th is when everything went crazy. And what's today, the 6th? Yeah, so it was like, 7 days prior to, you know what I'm saying, the pandemic hitting. And she already had a little cute project out. It forced people to listen to her project, and it forced people to, you know, be at home doing dance trends. And it was perfect timing. You know, everything was aligned perfectly. But unfortunately, 6 years later, where's the hits? Where are the hits? The only hits she's getting is back shots. I say this all the time, but it's like in the music game, as an artist in any type of way, you can make anything. I mean, literally anything. And there'll be somebody in the corner loving what you're doing. Y'all know Carisha's song, Tea Time? You know, it's tea when you see them 2 fingers touch. The song that I still can't stand, but people have grown to like it. Yeah, people are screaming that song like it's like dreams and nightmares. I am genuinely mad at y'all. I'm genuinely upset with y'all because y'all have sat here and let this song get this popular. Y'all are sitting on the blocks of people's university campuses screaming this trashy music. What has the music game come to? This is so sad. Like, I told y'all, all the songs need to be is kind of catchy with the beat, and y'all are literally singing it. This song is embarrassing. This is like top 20 worst songs of the 2020s decade. You know it's T when you see them two fingers touching? Yeah, no. I'm really irritated right now, okay? And, but I guess she's at her target demographic. She's at Morehouse, college students. I guess she is, genuinely feeling like, okay, bet, like, this is the song. This is, hey, they're gonna love this. And it's working. Because TikTok, if I get on TikTok today, y'all, and I make a song that's somewhat decent and catchy, I promise y'all, you will be seeing me on stage, like, on social media, rapping my song. That's how easy it is now. And it's sad, but it's easy. Well, it's simple, not easy. Well, wait, what is it? Is it simple? I don't know. The way Carisha doing it, she making it look easy, okay? Like, no shade. Watching Carisha rap makes me believe my little cousin can rap. She 2 months old. Like, seriously. I have a question for y'all, right? Because as of recently, people are saying JT be looking a hot mess, and I want to get into that tea with y'all, right? So, let's get into this clip. They're saying, I hope that y'all don't bully JT out of her fashion girl era, because she be giving looks, she be giving body, and she be giving art. And she does give art, but people be saying she looks dirty in some pictures, she looks very weird, she looks very uncomfortable, forced, try hard. Now, I feel like she low-key wants to be Uzi so bad, in my opinion. I think she wants to be Uzi, and I feel like that's not a bad thing, because I feel like your partner can definitely influence how you dress, but I feel like she wants to be Uzi in a way where she wants to have his style, have his swag, and have his aura, you know what I'm saying? But, I think JT looks good to me. She always looks good to me. I never hate her. Well, some outfits are like, girl, you look like a rat. You're literally giving me rat vibes. I don't know. But other than that, I don't know. Let's talk, let's chat. What's y'all opinion on that? I would love to discuss it down below in the comment section with y'all. And I'm going to see y'all next one. Be sure to leave a like. Yup. All right. Be safe. As you all may or may not know, but Cardi B's album has fallen off the charts, falling off completely. She has no hit song out right now. Her songs from the new album has definitely fallen off the chart. And the fans are saying, Cardi B, we want some music videos to potentially give the album some boost on the charts. And they're asking for videos. They want her to put out like at least 3 or 4 videos because they're really antsy and worried that the album is going to completely fall off, like in terms of people's, brains and stuff like that. In my opinion, I don't think any music video is going to give the album a bigger push, only because the album, in my opinion, does not have any longevity. But the album is kind of picking up some streams from the tour, so I guess that's helping out, but I don't think a video can do much, in my opinion. But what do y'all think about that? Let's talk, let's chat. Do y'all feel